hope you had a great break.
We spent 2 weeks, no Fridays off, till 4 o'clock, working at SDSU this summer.
We had the opportunity of working with fabulous scientists
in a program called CyberBridge, where we're learning to incorporate technology and science in all classrooms.
So we'd like to introduce you to our scientist that's going to be working with HSHMC, Dr. Crystal Repian.
Most of my current research really focuses on this question of what role are microbes playing in both coral health and coral disease. And then more recently I've been looking at bacteria that live on the surface of coral and trying to understand how these bacteria could actually be playing a role in helping the coral prevent pathogens from colonizing and causing disease.
Spent writing, more time than I ever thought in high school when I was not paying attention. In English class, for example,
See, that's the kind of stuff.
Scientists spent a ton of time writing, and we write for all audiences. So when we're writing grants, we're writing for scientific audiences because they're peer-reviewed, they're reviewed by other scientists. But we also do a lot of writing for non-technical audiences. I mean, Rulin, for example, who you guys met, the guy who studies snakes, he's written articles that are in National Geographic and all sorts of other things. And, you know, it's a big part of our job, writing, being able to translate what we do to different types of audiences.
Well, and you get paid by the university.
Yeah.
The only way you get the job at the university is by writing for National Geographic.
Right.
Getting
Publicity is all. You can see there's things like sponges. So this is a sponge.
That's a
for
sponge?
example. Yeah.
What?
That's a sea cucumber.
Ooh, that's real.
Not that brittle.
Oh, John.
That was
funny.
What's that one?
What does it feel like?
That little one.
Oh, that's a sea cucumber.
Kind of like an earthworm.
Do they get a lot bigger? Yeah, they do. So we're back to the end, and we're actually going uphill about 1,000 feet as we go up to the end. I'll tell you why when we get up there. It's always four main things. So the first is that this is where we get our seawater from. So all the seawater you guys saw flowing in the tanks, most of the buildings here also have flowing seawater systems, and the Birch Aquarium, which you could, if you look behind you, is that kind of peachy building at the top of the hill. All their seawater comes from right here. So we pump, let's see, there's a pump that pumps up 1 million gallons of seawater every day.
So Dr. Crystal, what kind of student were you in high school?
I was super shy in high school. I was really, really quiet, and you know, I did good in all my classes. I was pretty smart, but I was mostly the student that never wanted to talk in front of class. I never wanted to get up and give a presentation. I just was happy to sit there and do my work and be quiet for the most part.
Who was your favorite teacher in high school, and can you tell us why?
My favorite teacher in high school was probably Mr. Chang, who was my chemistry teacher. And the reason that I loved him was that he had so much energy. He was just constantly like running around the classroom and like throwing chemicals everywhere, and it was chaos. And you know, he just really was excited about teaching us and really wanted us to get what he was talking about. It wasn't enough just to show it. It was, you know, he really wanted us to understand. And yeah, he was great. He had a ton of energy.
So really hands-on.
Really hands-on, which was great. I mean, I had a lot of great teachers in high school. It's hard to pick one. I mean, all my classes were really good, and I loved them, except for gym class.
Gym wasn't fun.
I was never one for gym.
We don't have PE, so don't worry about that. We're good.
Did other students try to copy off you all the time in high school?
Not really, no. No.
Okay.
But they should have. I was really
And do you feel that high school prepared you well for college?
I
and
did.
What you wound
I
up
mean,
doing?
in almost the best thing that high school did for me, I think, was just all the different subjects I learned. I mean, math and physics and English and social studies, it all comes together for what I do now. And getting that really broad training was the best thing about high school.
So tell us some more about yourself. Favorite movie?
Wow, favorite movie? That's a hard question. I like a lot of movies, and I see a lot of movies. I guess off the top of my head, because it's summer, one that I liked a lot from last summer was 500 Days of Summer. I just said summer 5 times. Which was really good. It was a cute movie. That was good.
And what was your favorite vacation?
My favorite vacation was probably a trip I took to Southeast Asia right after I finished my undergraduate degree. And the best place I went there was the island of Borneo, which was this amazing, amazing place. Everyone there was super friendly, and the wildlife was unbelievable. There were orangutans you could walk right up to, and crazy birds. It was awesome.
Crazy birds.
Crazy bird.
Now here's what we really want to know about you, Crystal. You know, you're a scientist, and you're so smart, and you've had these great experiences, but we did notice at one point in time that you had a tattoo.
I do.
And we would like to know a little bit more about that.
So that tattoo is, well, how to explain it best? So I have two sisters that are younger than me, and we're all really close, and we all grew up kind of loving the ocean and loving the water. And I mean, I obviously work in the ocean, so I love it. They were both really good competitive swimmers, and so we wanted to get a tattoo, all three of us, that was the same. And so we decided on getting one of an ocean wave, just because we love the water. And so we all actually have the exact same tattoo in the exact same place.
Wow. How old were you when you got it?
It was only maybe 3 years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a big wuss. Tattoos hurt. Everyone says they don't hurt, but they hurt. But I have one sister who's really into it, and she's like, it's not going to hurt. And she even admitted it hurt.
Oh.
So
Thank you. Well, thank you so much.
Sure.
thank you.
Okay, one more question.
Sure.
Just curious as to how you got involved in CyberBridge and what you are most excited about as far as working with high school kids.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think one of the most important parts of my job, besides doing research, is actually telling other people about that research. And I think high school students are one really great group. I mean, there's a huge gap in terms of how long it takes information to come out of labs and science buildings and into the high school classroom. And so I think trying to shorten that gap and getting across to science students that there's really exciting stuff happening now, and that, you know, there's still a lot we don't know. There's a lot to be done. And I love working with high school students because they're so excited about everything. I mean, the older you get, it seems like you get kind of jaded and blasé about things, but high school students still have so much energy and so much enthusiasm that it's always a real joy to work with them. So.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Dr. Crystal,
Welcome to our family! Crystal, do you have any science jokes?
Well, I guess one I have is you got to give bacteria some respect. They're the only culture some people have. A bacteria walks into the cafeteria and asks for a hamburger, and the guy says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve bacteria here." And he says, "Why not? I'm staff."
Yeah, go.
All right, how do you tell the sex of a chromosome? You ask it to pull down its genes.
I'm not talking about, oh, we're broken up, by the way. We officially just broke up.
It should be.
Oh my word. It's scrapbook. They're to vote. Okay, all those in favor is, what is scrapbook? Please raise your hand.
Oh, that's why all the Facebook pictures were like
Yes.
Okay, you guys can
Okay.
go.
I start laughing at you because you're like, 2 weeks.
Okay.